All right, everyone. So today we're going to be working on compositional drawing using the rule of thirds. But I wanted to start out by making some shapes that are pretty basic. So we're going to be making a landscape drawing, and I just wanted to show you how to draw a few of the objects that you might see in a landscape. So I'm going to start off with a tree. So I've kind of just got a line here, and then a couple of circular forms. And then I'm going to draw some branches in here. This is just a basic kind of a tree drawing for a landscape. And then you can start out with a group of trees. Almost like a cloud shape for this. So the group of trees is all kind of connected, and then here is the base or the trunks. And I'm just going to do some hatching in here to show some depth. Maybe a little detail up here, a little here. So that's a group of trees. Next, we're going to kind of do like a forest edge. Again, it's just almost like a cloud shape. And this is really going to be in the distance, so just really small trunks on these. And again, I'm going to go in and hatch. Show a little depth in the drawing. Next, I'm going to draw some mountains. They're kind of jagged. I'm going slow. I'm kind of moving my pencil as I go. Give it a nice like squiggly effect. That'll make it look a little bit more naturalistic. Those are our mountain peaks, and then one big mountain in the back. Next, I'm going to draw a road. A lot of times you see roads in landscapes. So what happens a lot of times with roads is there's a foreshortening effect. So the closer that the road is to you, like the wider the road is, and then the further it gets away, the narrower the road gets. So that's the beginning of our road. And I'm going to kind of shoot it off here. And I'm just going to break it even further over here. Alright everyone, so today we're going to be using the rule of thirds to create a composition. Now, the biggest thing with the rule of thirds is what you want to do first is divide your page up into 3 different sections, going vertically and horizontally. So that's what I did. I measured it out, and I've got even spaces on my page. And once you have that done, once you have it kind of gridded out, you want to focus on where these 2 lines intersect. Now, the reason for that is you want to find something visually interesting happening at these intersections. You don't have to do it on every single one. As long as part of the drawing or painting is intersecting one of these areas, one of these 4 areas, that is going to help your composition. So I've started out my drawing with a horizon line. Okay? And the first thing I'm going to draw is a path. like I was saying in the video before, a path starts out wide and then it kind of goes narrow. Okay? Because we want it to give it the visual effect that it's coming at us. Here we go. So as it goes back, it's getting narrower. And I'm kind of using my rule of thirds line to guide this composition a little bit, keeping that path within those lines. And then I'm going to bring it all the way up to my horizon line. All right. So there's our path. Now, this line that I'm drawing here is going to create our foreground. So this is going to be our foreground. This area between the foreground and the horizon line is known as the middle ground. Alright? And then everything behind that horizon line is going to be our background. We're not going to get there quite yet because I got to add a little bit of detail. Just going to add a little shrub here. Some trees off in the distance. Now I'm just kind of doing some hatching here to separate this line of trees or this forest from the trees that are behind it. That'll give the illusion of some depth here. Now I'm going to start in on my background. So, alright. So here's one of the mountains in the background, kind of using a jagged edge, gives it a bit more of a naturalistic feel. And notice how I'm crossing right through that intersection, which is what we want to do for our compositional strategy with the rule of thirds. That's going to give it like a nice effect and kind of draw the viewer's eye right here. So, bring this up. Alright, so just to wrap it up, we've got our foreground right here, we've got our middle ground right here, and there's a couple of things going on here. There's the wider road, because the road is wider right here because it's kind of coming at us, and as we go further back, the road gets narrower. So it gives the illusion of space. It's a little thing in art called foreshortening. So we start out wide, and then we go narrower as we go back. And I want you to notice another thing in the foreground. I've got bigger strokes up here for my grass, and then in the middle ground I chose to do tiny strokes. That kind of gives us like an illusion of space too, because these ones are bigger than these ones. And then we've got our horizon line right here. And then we've got our mountains in the background, which are nice and big. And yeah, that's our drawing for today. I shaded it accordingly, just to kind of deviate between the middle ground and the background. So I shaded this little area right here, and that gives the viewer a good indication of where your horizon line is, and everything kind of like past that horizon line is going to be our background. So these little mountains right here and the bigger ones right here are also our background. And just to review, I've gone through that one point where it intersects to show our rule of thirds. Again, that's a composition strategy that we can use. And yeah, I hope you guys like making these today, and good luck.